Servus, fragrance lovers, and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about fragrance-related items that I will no longer be buying. If you're interested in my reasons and what kind of things I will no longer be buying, please keep watching. Just a disclaimer before I start. In this video I will be talking about mistakes that I made, and I am still making these mistakes to a certain extent. So in a way this is just a video to remind myself of the things I don't want to buy anymore. I started my fragrance journey at least 8 years ago, and or 9 years ago, I don't even remember, but yeah, you make mistakes, you hopefully learn from these mistakes, and from the beginning of 2020, or yeah, that's it, I started a slow buy. So in a way I have ended a lot of these shopping habits. This video is kind of influenced in a way by Caitlin Pawlowski and her channel. She mainly talks about luxury items and handbags and luxury stuff that I am not into. But if you replace luxury items by fragrances, you will realize that there are a lot of things that there are in common between these two worlds. Let's say it like that. And she released a video with the title 10 luxury items you'll regret buying in 2021. Save your money, as well as another video that kind of made me realize that what I'm doing might not be a good idea. That is 10 scary signs your entire identity is tied to luxury fashion, and luxury isn't a personality trait. So if you're interested in these videos, I'm going to link them here or there, I never know. And in addition, I watched a video by Pep the Sentinel, a perfume vlog, Holding On and Letting Go, in which she basically talks about having a smaller collection might be the thing lately. My entire collection, not the entire collection because it's too big now, is hidden behind this door. Insert picture now, thank you. It has spilled over into bookshelves because there's not enough space left anymore. So in a way I am guilty of all the things I'm going to tell you here. It is quite easy to fall into this trap and going down that rabbit hole. I will talk about that later. So in a way, keep in mind, don't be offended by anything that I'm going to tell you. If I say I will not do this and you right now you are doing this, that's totally fine. This is about me, not about you, but it still might be interesting to some people out there, I think. So let's start. The first thing that I will no longer be buying are limited editions, because they are limited. That is very important. There is nothing wrong with limited editions if you really love a fragrance, but if you just get it because it is a limited edition, this might be a problem. Let's talk about an example, shall we? First of all, Byredo is very good at selling you limited editions like this one. Bibliothèque, one of their most famous candles that everyone seemed to love and everyone wanted to have a fragrance, they released this as a strictly limited edition. Guess what? It came back into the regular range due to popular demand, because yeah, they made money of it. I got this because I thought, oh god, if I don't buy it right now, I will never be able to get my hands on it. And now I've got it. Another thing, released in 2016, unnamed by Barredo. This was released as a very limited edition. They celebrated their 10-year anniversary? I'm not sure. But very, very limited, apparently. As you can see, it is still wrapped. It took me quite a long time to track this down, actually. I got a sample, I really liked it. I don't even remember how it smells. Then I was in Regensburg and I saw that they still had one of these bottles that were not available online anymore, anywhere, nowhere to be found. There was one bottle, 100 ml, which is too big for me. And I thought, I need to buy this because otherwise I will not be able to get this. Still not opened. And guess what? Barredo decided, due to popular demand, this is back. And it's still a limited edition because they keep adding a bit of random colored stickers to it that will be probably limited, but I guess this will be forever in their range. I decided to turn this into an unboxing video, so let's open this up, shall we? And I think I've got the perfect name for this unnamed fragrance. Wait for it. Let's do this. The insanity of it all, but okay. Ready. The seal is broken. This is worth nothing anymore. And here it is. It is unnamed because you can name it whatever you want. Actually, it's not that bad. I remember that I got it because there is a gin note in there, and I love gin. And it's got this. Yeah, Barredo is a company that I fell for because of their aesthetics, but their fragrances are something that I don't tend to reach for very often. But let this be the scent of the day. So this is an unboxing and a first impression at everything. Oh, it's lovely. It is very austere in a way. Yes, there is iris in there that I love, and yeah, this gin and pink pepper. It is nice. That's why I got it. I remember that I really, really liked it, and I didn't open it because I think 1 month later, after I got this fragrance, they decided to re-release this as another limited edition. Yeah, whatever. Let's name this fragrance, shall we? I think there should be a kit in there. Well, there is supposed to be a kit in there, or there was supposed to be a kit in there that kind of enables you to give it a name, but I don't find it, and I don't want to tear this box completely apart. If I had to name this one, this would be FOMO, fear of missing out, and this will be a recurrent theme in this video. I thought I need this in my life. If I don't get it right now, I will not be able to get it anytime later. I got it, and now I've got it. And now I open it, and I'm going to wear it, and it will always remind me of not going for limited editions just for the sake of getting a limited edition, which will lead me to my next point. I am no longer be buying fragrances to have a complete collection. One thing that happened with Jo Malone is that they always have limited editions. I'm going to destroy it now. I always bought them whenever they came out. Again, FOMO, and I always had to have the complete collection. There have been collections English Fields and Gardens and whatever. I have stopped buying them mainly because they are not cruelty-free, but also because, what's the point? I sometimes liked 1 or 2 fragrances out of these. I really like the Green Wheat and Meadow Sweet, and the others are nice. No denying in that. Jo Malone makes nice fragrances, but it's not something that I will reach for very often. Another example is the Portraits collection by Penhaligon's. This is still not opened. It is Terrible Teddy. Why is it not opened? I haven't even finished the sample of it. Craziness. So, I am kind of a collector in a way. So I think that I thought that my collection had to be complete. This is why I bought fragrances just for the sake of owning them. I will no longer be doing this because it is crazy. The next thing that is completely crazy is getting backup bottles of these limited editions because you think you will not be able to get them anytime later. So you remember that I was talking about this limited edition. Guess what? I've got backup bottles of all of them. Yes, I thought it really is necessary to get them right now because of FOMO. FOMO. Don't fall for it. Yeah, it's a very clever marketing strategy to create this kind of need to get it right now, because otherwise you will not be able to get it anytime later, which is why a lot of people fall for them, me included. So this is my mistake. I will no longer be making, and I will no longer be purchasing backup bottles of things that I think might be discontinued, because let's face it, there will always be other fragrances that are just as nice and just as interesting after that. So you don't really need them. Next category. Actually, I can't show you a certain fragrance for that, but hyped fragrances that I think I need in my collection. I once upon a time thought that I desperately needed, for example, Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, because everyone was raving about it. It was at the beginning of my history with fragrances, or going down that rabbit hole, when I thought I need certain fragrances that everyone talks about. Creed is another example. So everyone was talking about Aventus and the hype was there, and I thought I need to get it. Guess what? I don't wear them. And I just got these very expensive fragrances and never wore them. So always trust your nose. Another thing that you have to keep in mind is that these fragrances are hyped because we've got influencers that sell you these fragrances, and you watch all these unboxings and everyone talks about a certain fragrance. Some even might get them and pay for them, but a lot of the big influencers are being paid to talk about these fragrances, or they will at least be giving the bottle for free. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. If everyone talks about one fragrance, you might question whether there is a hype because it smells nice or because everyone just got it for free. I never got anything for free, with the exception of samples, which I think is okay. But we have, as a fragrance community, normalized this behavior of having to have bottles all the time. Something that Pep touches upon in his video, a link there. Especially Instagram. We have to have a picture of a bottle every single day, or at least we think that we need to have a picture of a different bottle every single day. And it's just not normal to have 364 fragrances. Well, I've got more than that, but that's another story. Yeah, where do these fragrances come from? They were given to the influencers to make pictures of them and talk about them and advertise them. The same goes for YouTube videos. And it is also not normal to have fragrance hauls, 20 fragrances in a month. If that makes you happy, go with it. There are people that are happy if they do that, because they will be selling fragrances that they no longer need. And with the money they buy new fragrances. I just don't want to go there. I prefer to hoard my fragrances without selling them. Also not the best idea. Okay, so fragrances that are hyped, try them before you buy them, which leads to the next category. And the next category is blind buys in sales. Yeah, whenever Penhaligon's decides to have their sale online, I just buy them. I blind buy fragrances because they are cheap. One example. Oud de Nil is a fragrance I simply got because it was cheap. I think there is a video up here with a haul that I did because of this sale. I'll link it up there, and I got a lot of fragrances, at least 4 or 5 bottles. One of them was successful, I have to say, and sometimes it's fun to get bottles without ever having smelled them. Especially during the pandemic, we were just not able to go out and try the fragrances. But yeah, it also can go wrong, which will lead me to the next category and why I picked this special fragrance. I will no longer buy fragrances with notes that I don't get along with. One example is oud. I don't like oud. Here I said it. I thought that I have to like oud because the aficionados like oud, and I like fragrances, so I have to like oud because everyone likes oud. I don't. Just a fact. It is a bit too much for me. It is too loud. Predominantly, these are fragrances that you have to be very confident to pull them off, and I'm just not the type of person. Or fragrances for a big night out, but I'd never dare to wear, for example, oud cashmere mood to go to a theater production, to see a theater production, which is the only occasion I imagine that you can wear this fragrance, a big night out, because I'd feel very self-conscious about it, that everyone will be choked out by my fragrance. I have given away my complete oud mood collection already. I had the travel sprays. I will be giving away this fragrance to a friend that I know likes it, because I gave her some samples, as well as Velvet, Rose and Oud by Jo Malone. I am not wearing them. I know that some people really enjoy these fragrances, so they will be gone in 2 days. So this is saying goodbye to them. Nothing wrong with them. They smell lovely. I don't wear them. I am not oud. I am also not tobacco and vanilla because of one fragrance by Tom Ford, Tobacco Vanille, that I briefly touched upon. I had an awful day with it. It was just too sweet, too loud. I used to be a heavy smoker. I stopped smoking ages ago, and I am just disgusted by the smell of tobacco. I wanted to stop smoking, and whenever I tried to, I soaked complete packets of cigarettes in water so that I was not able to smoke anymore until I got the next one. And tobacco vanille reminds me of wet cigarettes, and cigarettes in general. I don't know, yeah, it is a manly note in a way, but tobacco is just not for me. And when I wore tobacco vanille, I felt dizzy, I got a headache, and this also spoiled vanilla forever for me. Nope, not going to enjoy these notes. Oud, tobacco, vanilla. Sorry, everyone likes vanilla, and if you like vanilla, yeah, well done you. I can handle vanilla. Tobacco and oud, no, not me. Sorry. The next category is, yeah, maybe it's connected a bit with the sales thing, but I used to buy a lot of fragrances because they were cheap, and I didn't have, I didn't really think twice about them. One category is certainly fragrances by Zara. We've got tea wood that I actually like, vibrant leather, and Aventus cologne. It's okay. These fragrances have moved to my partner's collection, by the way, because he enjoys them. There is more. There is more by Zara. Even an unopened one, because yeah, it was just $9.99. You don't have to think about it. Yunnan tea, yuzu tea, all. I like tea, but yeah, why do I need 200 milliliters of tea fragrances when I've got excellent tea fragrances as it is? And yeah, this was Ganache Tonka, a nice fragrance, and Impact Masculin, or Impact Masculine. I don't know whether it's supposed to be French. These were released together with the original of Vibrant Leather that doesn't smell like Vibrant Leather at all, but just like Aventus. Yeah, got them because they were cheap, and it was just an easy adrenaline kick or endorphins kick to get a fragrance again. Yeah, I think I'm an impulse buyer, and I've got to work on this. Because let's face it, I've got enough as it is. And I am really thinking about turning my slow buy, getting 50 milliliters a month, into a complete no buy. Because it has become a bit ridiculous the way that I purchased fragrances. The slow buy certainly helped. Getting just 50 milliliters a month helped, but it's in no way enough to reduce the number of fragrances that I've got. Yeah, which leads me to the next category. It's discovery kits that I'm on the fence with this one, because I actually enjoy discovering fragrance houses, but do I really need to discover more fragrance houses as it is right now, rather than wearing the ones that I've got and that I know that I like? Point in case, a wonderful travel collection by Diptyque with 10 milliliter sizes of their most known fragrances. Do I wear them? I tried all of them. Do I reach for them anymore? No, I don't. Recently I also got, that's a funny story, I got fragrances, a discovery kit by Schwarzlose Berlin just a month ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, because Jeremy Fragrance was talking about this house without talking about them. He just said, this one is nice, this one is nice, this one is nice. And I was so curious that I got it because, yeah, I thought I needed it. Oh, another big discovery kit I got a couple of years ago. Wait for it. Micallef had a 10 years anniversary box with 20 times 12 milliliter fragrances and one 20 years of Micallef Eau de Parfum 30 milliliter. Will I be able to show it to you? And let's face it, this is just yeah, you could basically get this box. It was really cheap when I got it. I remember that. It was not very expensive. It was like 50 or 60 or even less. I don't know. They really had a sale. I could wear nothing but this box for a year. Yeah, this would be enough for a year. And I like some of them. Like the Gaiac one is really nice. Yeah. So let me show you every collector's dream. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. I should be wearing them one of these days. Oh dear. God. This is embarrassing, this video it is. So anyway, this is it. These are some categories I will no longer be getting. I have got way more fragrances here that I didn't talk about. I think all it boils down to for me personally is FOMO and the need to keep up with the Joneses. Another example is Le Labo's City Exclusive Gaiac 10. These companies are very good at selling you the fragrances, and I have come to realize that Le Labo decided to release a lot of these city exclusives that are so exclusive that you only can get them in certain boutiques and during the complete month of September. But if you want to order it on the last day of September, you will be missing out on them. And I guess they ask ridiculous prices for these that are not justified, in my opinion, because they are as good or as bad as their other releases. Let's be honest. They are not so special that they warrant a price of, I don't even remember. I don't want to remember. This was way over 200 euros, a 50 ml bottle. Ridiculous, really. But I thought that if I don't get it right now, I will be missing out on it. So FOMO is real. And if I ever manage to name this bottle, if I ever find the letters to stick onto this bottle, this will be named FOMO forever and ever, because that is the appropriate name for it. And I don't want to play this game any longer. Yes, that's going to happen. So I hope that I didn't ruffle too many feathers today, but maybe you can think about some of the things that I said right now, and yeah, maybe something in the, well, you thought about it and now I said it. But as long as it makes you happy, and as long as it's not a problem financially, you know, I never bought fragrances because this led to debt. No, this would never happen to me. I was brought up as a working class boy who couldn't afford anything, and my parents kind of taught me never to get anything if you can't afford it. Have I wasted a lot of money on these things? Yes, I have. But it never was a financial problem. Yeah. I decided to work less right now. As a teacher, I'm quite lucky that I am able to do that. I can say I'm only going to teach 19 lessons a week from next year on, and I'm not paid that much, but I have more time to read books and to think about fragrances, and that's something that has got to stop. But that's a topic for another video. So in a way, I have the same lifestyle, but I don't get fragrances anymore that often. That's it. And if I worked more, I just probably would have to reward me more for working more, which would lead to a lot of unnecessary purchases. Yeah, that's it. So let me know what you think about these categories, whether you think some of them are things that you enjoy, or whether you think that some of my reasons are justified. The big reason is FOMO, let's face it. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I am enjoying Unnamed right now. I really like it. Oh God, yeah. But I was so mad that it was re-released that I didn't open it. There's definitely no logic to human behavior. So see you in the next video. Goodbye.